Hey friends, Lynn Mills, editor of the Gospel Music Roadshow. And today I have Josh Singletary with me from Tribute Quartet. And Josh, you have just co-wrote a song with Lee Black called And Then. That's
I
on your guys'
did.
new project.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this song. How did the idea come about? And what's the message that people can look forward to?
Well, it was funny. A good friend of mine, Dave Clark, and friends of mine, Dave Clark and Dusty Wells, have a podcast called I Love to Tell the Story. And what happened was they've had me on there to do their annual anniversary every year. That's what they want. They kind of want me to do it. So I said, sure. The first time, for the first anniversary, he said, we're going to talk about different podcasts stuff. And I realized I have not listened to them all. So I had to binge. And one of them was with Jaron Davis, and who wrote Holy Ground anyway, a whole bunch of songs, many songs. I'm going to make it in the presence of Jehovah. And so he began to talk about, he was telling the story. I don't remember all the details, but what I do remember was he said it's all about the and then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff is happening, circumstances, you're covered up, you don't know what to do, and you're wondering what the Lord is doing. Well, most of the time, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has everything to do with the and then, the part where God's glory shines the brightest,
Yeah.
and he proves himself again. So, fast forward, there's our one of our guys at Daywind Records, at our recording company, had been pushing me to do some writing. He said, you need to write, call Lee Black. And I was like, okay. Now, I've known Lee forever. I love Lee. Lee's one of my best friends. But I've never written with him. That's a different level. So he said, sure. And so we got into the session, and I told him this idea. He said, oh, let's kind of go with the lyrics here. He said, what if we did Bible stories? He said, what if we did them chronologically? And what if we did first verse Old Testament, second verse New Testament, and then the bridge's application? And I went, yes, that's really good. So he's a machine. He began to write out the lyrics, and so I began to work on the melody. I wanted that melody to kind of build. This happened about and then the hand of God till you get to the apex of the point of the song. And I pitched it tribute. I've never pitched a song to us before. And I told them, I said, look, guys, I'm not that guy. If it don't work, let's move on, because it needs to work for the album.
Yeah.
So I played it for them, and they said, yeah, that's a different idea. Let's do it. I said, okay, great. Then I thought about it. Oh, we're recording one of my songs. And so Wayne Hahn did a brilliant job with it. But the message of that, and especially I think of the world that we're living in right now, is this is not it. The sludge we're going through right now, it's not that's not your final resting spot. We as children of God, we have an advocate, we have help. I don't know how people without the Lord do it. We have help, right? We have help, and this is in our home. No matter how bad it gets, the Lord is always faithful. He always comes through. I mean, shoot, how bad can it get when you get thrown into a fiery furnace? Well, and then all of a sudden he shows up, and you don't even smell the smoke. You know, his faithful. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Always about the end then. I told Jerry, I said, you gave me a really good idea. He said, am I going to get a third of that? I said, no. And so he said it. But anyway, I was very thankful for that idea, and I'm very thankful that Tribute was able to record it.
Well, I'm very grateful that they did, because that is an amazing song.
Thanks you.
And can you tell our listeners real quick when they can and where they can hear this new song of yours?
January 26th at tributequartet.com and all streaming services. The Tribute Quartet's Forever releases.
All right.
January 26th, 2026.
Well, we will be looking forward to that. And thank you, Josh, for taking the time to
Thank
talk
you
to us
guys.
tonight.